Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. Eric Wilson is off tonight. The Illinois Gaming Board goes all in on Rockford's Hard Rock Casino.
I know how important it is to the city of Rockford. For that reason, I intend to vote in favor of it. I'm excited for the city of Rockford.
The board unanimously approved Rockford's casino proposal at a special meeting today. This clears the path for investors to begin construction. We'll have more on the historic decision in just a few minutes. But first, the state line gets slammed with another winter storm. Let's go right back over to Candace with the latest on the conditions. Candace, this could get even worse as time goes by.
Yeah, you know, while the snow is beginning to lighten up a little, it's not quite as intense as what it was when we had that kind of initial changeover. The wind picking up with that is going to be a concern here as we go through the remainder of this evening. You can see on our satellite and radar that snow is beginning to lighten up, becoming a little less intense back off to the west. But the problem with this now, our winds are picking up. So whatever snow is coming down is going to blow around rather quickly here, and that's going to keep our visibility low. Notice most of the snowfall here by about 8, even 9 o'clock this evening, it's going to be moving out, at least the accumulation part of it. There are still going to be a couple of flurries, even some very light snow showers that might continue into the overnight, but our attention will then turn to the wind and the cold that will be setting in, blowing and drifting snow becoming a problem here for a lot of us through the next couple of hours and then into tomorrow morning, really feeling that impact for that morning commute. So I've kept us at red lights through the rest of this evening, overnight, and even into tomorrow morning. Again, while the snow is slowly coming to an end within the next few hours, our winds are going to pick up and our temperatures are dropping. Blowing, drifting snow, especially in the open and rural areas. By the time we get to about 8, 9, 10 o'clock, that could be our peak window where we could have some gusts close to 40 miles per hour as that cold front comes in. Those strong westerly winds tomorrow make it impact, I should say, on our north-south roads during the morning hours and then during the afternoon. So keep that in mind for that morning commute. We'll look at how much snow, Mimi, has come down so far from this afternoon and the cold that'll be setting in and the more active weather pattern too we're going to have with that. That's all coming up in the full First Warn forecast a little later.
We'll check back with you. Thanks, Candace. Meanwhile, let's take a live look at conditions right now in Rockford. Dylan Saraki joins us live near I-90 in East State. Dylan, what are the roads like tonight?
Well, Mimi, it definitely took a little bit longer than usual to get from the station to where I'm at, near East State and I-90. Roads are slick, snow covered in spots. Visibility wasn't great coming here. It was coming down pretty hard. It looks like it's slowed down a little bit right now, but it's a mix. It's wet coming down for sure. Now, I saw one car in the ditch on the way here. If you're going to be out on the roads, please be sure to slow down. The city plows are out clearing streets. I've seen a couple so far. I'm sure more will come out throughout the night. If you are out on the streets, make sure to leave extra room for plows, more than you think you need. They're out there trying to clear the streets. Make sure they can stay safe while doing so. If you haven't hit the roads yet, I would say stay in. You don't want to take any chances. Like I said, I've seen one car in the ditch on the way here. I saw Rockford Fire tweeting about an accident earlier today. Things are happening out on the road. So if you don't need to be out, don't be out. Stay safe, stay inside. Reporting live in Rockford for your home team, I'm Dylan Saraki.
Some good advice. Thanks, Dylan. The winter storm has closed businesses and schools across the state line. As always, you can find a full list of closures on our website, mystateline.com, as well as on our app. The list is being updated constantly. Even though Rockford is currently covered in snow, Hard Rock is closer to breaking ground in the Forest City. Today's board approval means construction can start at the temporary casino at Giovanni's. Michelle Rave joins us live from what will be Hard Rock's permanent home, the old Clock Tower Resort on East State. Michelle, what does it look like now?
Mimi, so this site has been empty for years, but it's a possibility that this will be the new home for a new casino. So back in 2019, the city of Rockford picked 815 Entertainment Hard Rock Hard Rock Casino proposal at the old clock tower location. While today's vote by the gaming board is great news for those who have been pushing for a Rockford casino for years, this isn't the final step. The board only voted that the proposal is preliminarily suitable.
This is a big step for the city of Rockford and surrounding communities in their now multi-decade pursuit of a casino. But recognizing that this is not the end of the process, I want to join the chairman in encouraging 815 and Hard Rock, as well as all key persons, owners, investors, suppliers, and venues to continue their cooperation with board staff and our ongoing inquiries by providing full, accurate, and timely disclosures.
So this vote means that construction can begin on this site, as well as Giovanni's can open up the temporary casino at this time. We'll find out more information coming up tonight, but for now, reporting live in Rockford for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
Michelle, thanks for that live report. And new tonight, Hard Rock International says it's grateful to the gaming board, saying they have a lot of work to do and are excited to what lies ahead. 2 people are arrested, one of them accused of setting fire to a house in Beloit. It happened just before 3 this morning at a home on Hemlock Street near the corner of Park Avenue. Police say the fire was started on purpose. No one was hurt, but fire crews say the house is a total loss. Investigators arrested this man and woman. Jade McQuitter faces arson charges. Brian Vance is accused of domestic battery. Healthcare advocates across the globe raise awareness for a disease that takes the lives of millions every year. It's all part of World Cancer Day. The International Agency for Research on Cancer says worldwide 10 million people lost their battle in 2020. An oncology expert at OSF tells us one of the best ways to beat the disease is through early detection.
Estimates say in 2021 there's going to be close to 2 million new cases of cancer, over 600,000 deaths. And with most cancers, the earlier the stage they are, meaning the earlier they're found, the prognosis is much better.
Doctors say cancer screenings have dipped during the COVID-19 pandemic. OSF and other health systems have ramped up safety measures to ensure patients feel comfortable to make what could be a life-saving appointment. A recent report from State Farm Insurance shows Illinois is #1 in the country for frozen pipe damage. In 2020, more than $7 million in damage claims were reported by homeowners. With sub-zero weather on our doorstep, we asked Ari Bruckman to learn more. As he found out, a few simple steps can save you big bucks.
You don't know what's in that wall, and you're trying to open the smallest possible hole, and if you introduce a torch into that hole, you don't know what's above it or what's below it.
Extreme winter weather brings with it more worries for State Line homeowners. With temperatures expected to drop below zero for 7 straight days starting Saturday, freezing pipes move to the top of the list. David Boomer owns Boomer Plumbing in South Beloit. He says there are precautions to take if you've dealt with freezing pipes in the past.
Keep all your cabinet doors open, especially the ones on the outside walls. Make sure you have all your hoses off your outside hose bibs so they don't back freeze. If you've had freezing in less cold weather, I would leave your faucets run a little bit so the moving water will keep it from freezing.
If your pipes do freeze, Boomer says you have a couple options.
Throw a little big heat and see if it will unthaw without breaking, or you call a licensed plumber and have them unthaw it for you.
Jamie Swanson owns and operates rental properties in Rockford. She says if necessary precautions aren't taken, it can prove to be a costly fix.
Would range at least, $500 to $1,000, depending on how bad the damage was.
In the end, Boomer says being prepared for Mother Nature will ultimately help you
stay safe and stay warm.
For your home team, I'm Ari Bruckman.
Almost 2 months into the coronavirus vaccine rollout, states, including Illinois, have expanded who can get the shot. But the White House and Congress are concerned minorities are still being overlooked. Our Washington correspondent Jessie Tunur has more as she keeps you connected to the nation's capital.
I'm worried about how behind we are. The Biden administration is trying to vaccinate Americans as quickly as possible, but worries minority populations are losing out.
Let me be clear. We cannot ensure an equitable vaccination program without data to guide us.
Dr. Marcella Nunez-Smith leads the White House COVID-19 Health Equity Task Force. She reports the federal government is still missing race and ethnicity data for nearly half of the country's vaccinations.
They don't just hurt our statistics, they hurt the communities that are at the highest risk and have been the hardest hit.
Nunez-Smith says gaps between the federal and state emphasis on equity contribute to the data problem.
We can't get out of this crisis unless we as a country realize that we're all in this together.
New Jersey Senator Cory Booker is working with the administration to expand minority access to vaccinations.
They're committed to doing real things to meet it.
Like setting up new community vaccination centers.
To meet the communities they serve where they are, in places they know, with people they trust.
Jeff Zients, the White House COVID-19 response coordinator, says federal employees will help staff sites nationwide, from stadiums to mobile units to parking lots.
In all of this work, we're advancing equity.
As polls show, some groups are less willing to get the shot if they don't know someone who's already received it. In Washington, I'm Jessie Tenor.
Now, your first warned weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
It is messy out there. We had that mix of sleet, freezing rain, and snow this morning before that transition over to snow late morning, and that's been with us through the afternoon. A live look with our Merced SkyTrack camera out at the Rochelle Airport, kind of looking off to the northwest. You've got Interstate 88. Traffic moving slowly. It's still going, but you have to go at a slow pace as we've had that snow and that slush really accumulate with some heavier bands of snow that came through earlier, kind of when we had that initial transition, and then about an hour or two after that. Now our snow this evening has turned a little bit more light, and with our temperatures still above freezing, at least here in Rockford, you might even notice some more drizzle or kind of more slushier raindrops mixing in with some of that snow here this evening. The cold front actually moving just to our west, allowing some of that air to dry out, so our temperatures are going to drop back, and the lighter snow that comes down will have a little bit more fluff to it. But that back edge now working through eastern Iowa with some clearing taking place back a little bit further to the west. So let's look at visibility, because the numbers, they've gone up a little bit, which is good. So an improvement in some spots in Rockford and Rochelle, maybe where we don't have quite the intensity of the snow as what we had, say, just an hour to an hour and a half ago, but where we have some more of that snow moving into northwest and western Illinois. Notice that visibility has fallen back. So I do anticipate our visibility to drop kind of as that last push or as that cold front comes in. So as we plan this out on Futurecast, this is 8 o'clock tonight. Notice the bulk of this is now moving to the east. So we've had anywhere between about 2 up to 3 inches of snow come down so far. We might pick up maybe another inch or so from that. So totals aren't as significantly high, but the impact from the wind that we're going to get later could be more of an issue later this evening. And notice here we've got just a couple of flurries that'll be lasting into tomorrow morning, but again, that wind picking up. So the lighter nature of that snow, you'll get that blowing and drifting, and with our wind tomorrow coming in from the west, north-south roads, especially in those open areas, going to have more of an impact. We will dry out though for Friday. It gets cold Friday afternoon, actually gets cold tonight, and that chill stays with us into the weekend. We've got another round of some lighter snow that might pass us just to the south, but still think we'll see this right up to the state line during Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Talking about the wind, you've got a southwesterly wind here in Rockford. Look at Freeport. It shifted around to the northwest, sustained up to 20 miles per hour, and those gusts now up to 40. So the combination of that lighter snow and those stronger wind gusts, that's why our visibility is going down a bit, and that's where we could get those near whiteout conditions. As the snow comes down, it blows around a little bit, and that's going to reduce that visibility. We've got about a window between about now and roughly 10 o'clock this evening where we could have those near whiteout conditions. So hazardous travel stays with us tonight and even during the day tomorrow. While our wind gusts will come down, still that blowing and drifting snow, especially on the north-south roads and those slick road conditions. conditions. And just look at that temperature drop there to the northwest. Already 21 in Galena. We're 35 in Rockford, 33. Our weather watcher Ben in South Beloit's checking in. 1.5 inches of snow, 2.5 inches here for Bob in Rockford, and a current temperature now sitting at 32. We've got more of an impact as far as several more systems coming in, not only for the weekend but early next week, and those sub-zero wind chills that'll begin by tomorrow morning. Temperatures for tomorrow afternoon, 16 degrees, that's it. We're down to 0 tomorrow night, 13 on Saturday. We've got a couple single-digit highs into next week, and nights here that'll stay below 0.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Lepper.
As I said yesterday, Fred VanVleet is having an all-star caliber season in the NBA, but that doesn't mean he'll be picked as an all-star. The early returns after 1 week of fan voting show that. VanVleet isn't among the top 10 in the voting among the guards in the Eastern Conference. The top 5 are Bradley Beal, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, and Zach LaVine. The next 5 are Trae Young, Colin Sexton, Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, and Ben Simmons. The only name on that list I raise an eyebrow at is Derrick Rose. He's not having an all-star season, but he has name recognition. VanVleet needs some more big nights to get to that point. Right now, he's viewed nationally as a very steady, very good, very productive player, but not an all-star. We know better in Rockford. Our other local NBA guy, Dixon's Isaiah Roby, isn't having an all-star season, but the way he's going, he might be a prime candidate for the NBA's most improved player this season. He barely played last year as a rookie. Now he's logging a lot of minutes for the Thunder. He's averaging 8.5 points a game. His footwork and offensive moves have improved dramatically. Check him out last night here against the Rockets. Here's that footwork inside. And he's developed a sweet hook shot. Now let's check out his all-around game. He gets double-teamed, but he's able to find the open man. And then he's going to shift to the open space. And here comes that great vision and his passing ability again. He finds the open man, and it's a bucket. One more time now. Down low, double-teamed, no problem. The up and under move. Oh, so smooth. You know what? If Roby keeps progressing, we might be talking about him as an all-star candidate in just a couple years. That's my take. We'll be right back.
First Warning Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More. The snow continues to come down this evening. We'll do so for the next couple of hours. Wanted to give you another look at our temperatures. Those numbers really falling back here to our west. So the drop in the temperature and the increase in wind will only make the conditions worse here between about now and midnight, Mimi.
Bundle up. All right. Thanks, Candace, and thanks for watching. See you at 6.